And on Spotlight today is Kuti, the son of an icon and grandson of a legend.
With a musical lineage that has the multiple Grammy Awards nominated Femi Kuti before him, and the legendary Afrobeat fella Anikulapo Kuti even above, and another Grammy nominated uncle Seun Kuti on the side, Kuti must be willing to go the whole 9 yards to get out of the shadows of these musical giants. The son of an icon and the grandson of a legend, I met with him at the New African Shrine just before his rehearsal sessions as he gets ready to show the world he has come of age. Along the hallway hung images of musical greats. Two in particular, however, form the pedestal on which his career now stands.
As I expect, a lot of people have their opinions about me, about why I'm playing music, about if I'm doing it because I love it or if I'm doing it because I'm trying to continue the lineage. And what I've understood is that the Kuti family musically has gone on now for 7 generations. So people think it started with Fela, but it started with Fela's grandfather, which has now, I'm the 7th generation of the family that plays music. I discovered music at a very young age. I've been practicing and playing and learning since I was 5 years old. And I don't, like I've said in other interviews, I don't care too much about fame. I just care about the purpose of the music. If it feels good to the people that listen to it, and if it's coming from a place inside me that is honest, then I feel like I've played my part. And the reason I'm obviously not in London making music and in Nigeria making music is because I want my music to reflect the condition of the Nigerian. I can't be in London talking about the problems in Nigeria because I'm not a hypocrite.
The soft-spoken graduate of the Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance becomes a different personality on stage. The energy reminiscent of his father and grandfather immediately oozes around him as he proudly bears the family trademark.
I believe music has to develop. I think I like sound. I like sound, I like noise, I like controlled noise, I like harmony, I like melody, I like rhythm. And because I like this, and because I've been fortunate enough to know the history of music as so far as human knowledge has allowed us to, I've understood Western history, I've understood African history in music. I know that it always progresses, and it's the responsibility of the creative to choose the direction that it progresses into. I know there's room for individuality and expression, but then there's obviously the purpose behind the music for me, which is political, which is cultural, which is social. My music has always, since I was writing music, I was 15 years old, has always reflected my state of mind. Not so much my environment, but more so what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking and what I want people to know I'm thinking.
This weekend, he hosts his first solo concert in Lagos, a city where his ancestors held sway. Sadly, his music still addresses the same issues his father and grandfather sang about.
I think every Nigerian has been disappointed since 1960, because what we expected would be a euphoria of, independence. Africans now have control of their own fate. They can make decisions for themselves, they can provide for themselves. And then we went down a path that was total chaos. Civil war after civil war, coup after coup. Now Nigeria is vastly miseducated and uneducated. It is vastly illiterate. And the mistake a lot of people make, I feel, is that when you live in Lagos, you think Lagos defines Nigeria. But it is the smallest kind of increment of progress that you can use to measure the entire country. Nigeria is in total disarray. And when we understand that we can't help but be disappointed. So yeah, I'm definitely disappointed. I'm disappointed that my dad had to sing the same kinds of songs as Fela. I'm disappointed that I can't sing about love. I would like to sing about love, but in the efforts that I've tried to write about those things, I've always considered, but there are 1,000 love songs. Half of them, 90% of them are lies. 10% of them come from a true place. And who is really singing about what is relevant? And that's what I was thinking. So, I'm disappointed, but I want to play my part into fixing that. I do think music is a very powerful weapon, but this is what I realized recently. Fela was making music for, political figures in the 70s and 80s. And while a lot of them have come and gone, a lot of them still remain. But what we can guarantee is beyond all of their life, their entire lifespan, Fela's music will survive centuries, if not longer than that. So music has the power of time. And when you reflect the time that you're living in, you then provide almost a textbook for people in the future to then refer to what was happening in the times that you're in. So it has the power of time. And even though it's powerful directly, that power of time is above anything else. And when I think of when people refer to Fela as a prophet, that in itself is a mistake. Because Fela was never prophesizing. All he ever spoke about was his immediate reality. Roads are bad, corruption, police brutality, army brutality, poverty. None of those things were not happening. And now that, 30 years have passed, 20 years have passed, we're looking back into his music and saying, he was predicting the future. And that is a mistake, because music has to reflect the times, and that's what he did. And now 20 years down the line, we're understanding that the same problems we're facing in the 70s and 80s, we're facing in 2021.
The Nigerian hip-hop music scene, which is now chiefly referred to as Afrobeats, has brought home 2 Golden Gramophone Grammy statuettes. While Made Kuti is open to working with some of these Afrobeat singers, he has fully thrown all his eggs in the sound that was originated by his legendary grandfather.